Alright, gang, welcome back to our survival challenge here on New Frontier. It is February, and a very rainy February at that. It seems like every episode I'm doing here lately have all been during the rain or hail or something, but nonetheless, it is raining. We've got to get all these bales picked up, and I know somebody, and I'm sorry, I guess I'm in a habit of doing this lately, but there's just been a lot going on, unfortunately, for obvious reasons. But normally I write down the name of who said this, and I apologize. I'm sorry. Make a comment down here below, and I'll make sure I get you notified. But somebody made a comment that this trailer doesn't have any straps on it. Actually, it does. So I was freaking out for a minute when they said that. I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? But it does. It has straps, so we should be good. We should be good to put bales on this. It shouldn't be a major issue for us. Hopefully. Now, we do have a little bit of money. You might be asking, how did you get some money? When you left off in the last episode, you only had like $1,000 and some odd dollars. I sold a little bit. Well, I put it on auto selling. A little bit of some of the planks that we've been making from our wood. I'm not sure if we're going to need them again or not. We might. I don't know for sure, to be honest with you. But I did sell some of those because we needed that anyway, because we've got that small loan, right? We have that $100,000 loan we have to work to pay off anyway, so... I'm not sure when that's going to happen, honestly, the paying off of the loan. It's probably going to be a bit, if I'm honest with you. We're not, I mean, we get interest, but it's not anything crazy. Oh, this is not working at all, Z. Wonderful. If you'll bear with me for a minute, I'm just going to use the liftable bales and pallets here really quick. I'm going to move this way to try to make it easier on myself. You'll just hold on for a minute. I'm not going to do that very often on camera with you. Really, I have that mod installed, as I've mentioned before, just to help me off camera. I should have did some of this stuff off camera, but with the unfortunate passing of my grandma, I just unfortunately didn't have the time for, I mean, obvious reasons. I'm sure everybody understands that. So we're a little behind here, but we're going to try to catch up here, gang, as fast as we can here. We'll try to catch up. Perfect. Yeah, we can strap them down, no problem. Perfection, man, perfection. I probably should move the whole trailer here. Now, this is going to be a lot of bales. We're probably going to have to make a couple of trips here, even with this trailer. We've got a ton of bales to pick up here. It's going to make us a lot of money, too. I'm not sure if February is actually the best time to sell these bales or not. We don't necessarily need the money right now, I don't think. Not really, at least. I mean, we've got, I think, plenty of money as it currently sits. But, I don't know, maybe there's something out there. Is there anything in the used market? Ooh, that would be fantastic right there. That would be so good for picking up all these bales. That would be amazing. And there's a loading wagon too. Or a forage wagon, excuse me. I always call the forage wagon loading wagons. If you've been around for a long time, you already know that. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But I do. There's a nice mower out here too. I think we need to buy that mower for sure. I'll tell you what we're going to do here, gang. I'm going to go ahead and start working on putting these bales up. Some of it, I'm not going to lie to you. Some of it I probably will do with the liftable bales mods, but most of it I'm going to actually pick them up myself and do it this way, right? But I am going to do some of them, I'm sure. Some of the ones that are farther away. All these ones that are over here, I'm going to do it this way. It's just a little bit easier, right? To pick it up with the liftable bales mod if it's far away and just kind of walk it over here. It saves me a little bit of time off camera. Maybe I should have just did this all off camera before I started today, but whatever. What are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you had a very nice New Year's, right? Had fun at wherever you went. We're safe and all that good stuff, right? I'm actually recording this one. Well, it's New Year's Eve, actually, when I'm recording this one. So, mostly because we're not going anywhere specifically this year. For obvious reasons with Grandma's passing and then other things. It was mostly me more than my wife. I just didn't really feel like going anywhere. So... And normally we don't really go and do anything crazy on New Year's either. It's just not it's not really that safe, right? It's not the best time to go do things. I did not mean to do that. I was just trying to strap it, but okay, whatever. We'll unwrap it, I guess. It's not that safe, right? And if we do go anywhere, we'll just go to the local brewery that I've talked about before, where we can literally just walk there if we really wanted to. Now, it's not really safe to walk there during probably New Year's Eve either, but you get what I mean. So I'll carry on like I mentioned, and I'll be back with you once I've got a trailer load here. All right, we only got 6 left to go here, gang. This is not a good stacking job, and as you can see, I've opened up some more bales on accident. But yeah, we're getting there. It's just not the best stacking job you've ever seen, but you know, we'll get through it, I guess. Can I please hook into that bale? Maybe. Thank you. So this is the last remaining portion of bales here, what you're seeing. Ah, dang it. Thought that was gonna work. At least I think. I don't think I've missed any. I could have, but I don't think I have, so there's a lot of bales on there, gang. It's gonna be a big money payday right there. Like I said, I don't know for sure if they're best to sell today or not, but I would think we're gonna sell them no matter what. Now, our grass field that we actually put in, that we actually drilled, it's still not ready to harvest. I really thought it was gonna be ready this month. It's not, so we still got a ways to go. There is hail damage on it as well. I think we briefly talked about that, or we saw it in the last episode. I don't remember, but anyway, there is hail damage we have to deal with there, so we're going to get a little bit less yield out of that than what we wanted, but it's okay. Right, can I put these on here without causing a bunch of mayhem? All I've been doing is causing major mayhem here, so if I can get these on there without losing any. Stay, please stay. Whew. Okay, all right. Okay, 2 more to go. I think I'm going to try to put 2 in the back, and then the other 2 will be kind of in the middle on a 3rd level, possibly. If I can get them to stay without falling over. That's the key, right? Don't fall, please. Thank you. I mean, if we go back to the pricing thing of this, right? Even if it's not the best to sell, I mean, this is free grass anyway, right? We're not, it's just free weeded up grass. So what's the difference on the price? It's giving us extra money that we can utilize for the series, so who cares? At least that's how I feel. Okay, last 2. Man, that is a terrible stacking job, Z. You've got to get better at that. I know. I'm going to hear it in the comments. I already know. I'm going to bring up Vin Diesel. Don't matter how it looks. If you win by an inch or a mile, winning's winning, man. I always utilize that line whenever I'm playing any kind of game with my wife. My wife, for whatever reason, cannot beat me at Mario Party no matter what. I dominate every single time. And so anytime she starts throwing a fit, I'm like... And like I beat her by like just maybe 1 star, or I barely beat her by coins or whatever it is. Don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning's winning, baby. That's how it works. Oh man, good fun. Okay, we're all locked in, ready to go. Let's go sell these 87,500 liters of silage. That is a lot of silage, gang. This thing is heavy, very heavy. Whew. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. I'm kind of getting a vision a little bit as well. So we talked about, before we move on here, let me just talk about something really quick. So we talked about, you know, the vision here that I had of maybe we turn this into a field over here. And that's what we're going to kind of aim to try to do today. I'm going to try to get rid of the trees that are in the middle here. We'll stump grind those out, and then we'll start working on plowing this section up to be a field. Now, if it's a grass field or a regular field, it really doesn't make a difference. Just we're going to turn it into a field. But I think I'm starting to see the vision of how we're going to have a track coming up to our log cabin here, right? So maybe we have, you know, the road comes this way and around this way and down here through here, right? Fine, whatever. But then we have a kind of a small break off that goes this way and leads up to here to the actual field itself. And then we have a road that breaks off and goes this way and kind of follows this tree line around all the way up and up into here somewhere, and we have a little bit of a garage or whatever we decide to do. But we can also have a little road coming off of this and coming around here as well, just kind of maybe wrap it around the trees this way, and then if we want to expand up here or out this way, we can do so. At least that's where I'm looking at right now, but things change, but that's kind of the way that I'm seeing things working out so far. Oh! Okay. Don't go around the corner as fast, Z. This is way too heavy for this thing, clearly. I kind of knew that. I said that when I got on, and when we started going here. I said, that's a whole lot of bales, 87,500 liters. That's a lot of weight. I need to not go around the corner at 33 mile per hour. Oh, boy. All right. I was going to say I'll see you at the shop, but it might be more entertaining to wait and see how many more times I try to flip this thing. Nah, we'll see you at the shop. Alright, we are pulling up the shop. I have slowed way down. I do not want to flip this thing at this point when we're this close. $33,000 off of just junk grass. Weeded up grass. That's fantastic, man. That is absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. I love it. I love it. Now, we've got a little bit of money to play with now, and we actually have a lot more money we could play with if we sold all the stuff out of our sawmill. So let's do a quick save here. Let me show you. I'm not sure that's what I want to do yet. We need to bring over the beams over to the log cabin so we can move on to the next stage. But look at how much we have in there right now. There's a lot. There's a lot. And the wood chips. We got to figure out a way to get rid of those wood chips. Somebody told me in the comments that how to do it. I just haven't done it yet. So we got a lot to do here. We have a lot to do. For a while, it was seeming like, you know, all we were doing was cutting down trees and mowing a little bit and here and there. But now we've got some items that help us move along a little bit faster here. We are going to be getting very busy very quickly. So, I think we should purchase this. I think it would be stupid for us not to purchase this, in my opinion, right? So we'll buy that. Obviously, we can't really afford that right now. That we could afford, but we've got the bales, so we really don't need this. I don't think I'm going to be able to put this up on top of the trailer. If I can put it on the trailer and get it back at the same time, that would be amazing. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. No. The only way I could do it, and I don't think it's going to let me, is if I try to use the pallet forks and put it up there. Let me give it I'm going to give it a shot real quick. It's probably not going to work, but we're going to try it. Well, maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. So it's storming pretty bad here at my house, King. I don't know if you can hear it or not, and if you can, I apologize. I'm going to do the best I can to try to make sure that that background sound doesn't continue, but it's storming pretty bad here, so there's a chance. Oh my gosh, we did it. Holy moly. Psh. Wow. Okay. I think there's a chance I can hook this into the log trailer too. I'm gonna try it. If we can get them all back at the same time, I mean, that's less trips up here. That's good for me. Oh, well, I just ran right into it. Good job, Z. Come on, buddy. Line it up there. Look at this. We got a train. Alright, I'll see you back at the farm. Alright, we made it back. Now, can I get the lawnmower? Can I get the mower off? The lawnmower. Can I get the mower off with the same elegance and grace that I got it on there? I doubt it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Oh. Oh my gosh, I did it, gang. We did it. We did it again. Well, I just spoke too soon. Way to go, Z. Way to go. Move down the arm way too fast. Alright, can I flip it back? Almost. We can definitely get it. Perfect. Perfect. That is going to help us out a lot. That's going to cut down our mowing time, well, drastically. Really, it's going to probably cut it down in half. Now, we will have to get a windrower at some point, but we'll wait and see if we can get lucky enough to get another one in the used market. What I'm going to do, which we haven't been doing as well or as good of a job as we should be doing, I'm going to go ahead and service the tractor and almost service this too. It may cost most of the money we have left, but I'm okay with that. Here we go. Repair, 11 grand. Whew, man, that's expensive. Whew. All right, 22,000 bucks is what we got remaining. Okay, so let's go put all this stuff away for a minute. Well, let's put the mower away at least. We're gonna go pick up that pallet of long beams, right? Next thing we need to really work on after this is getting a shed of some sort. We talked about a shed in the last episode. We've talked about a shed in almost every episode, and we have yet to do anything about a shed. Mostly because of money reasons, right? But I think we're on the right track here to not have to worry about some of the small amount of the money stuff for a little while. With the grass that we can now mow and that we're going to have able to be mowed and the money we can make off of that. And then with our sawmill as well, right? The sawmill is going to be huge for making us a bunch of money. Already has been. Look, there's another big wood beam. In case we need it. I don't remember how many we need up here. I think it was just 1,000 right now, but we're probably going to need more later on. But the nice thing is we have a plethora of trees. We've got more trees than we know what to do with, right? So we're never going to have to really probably worry much about that. Isn't that where the marker was? Did I put the wrong thing in there? It's wood beam. That's what I got. Why are you not accepting my wood beams? Oh, now we're in the ground again. Wonderful. This is just turning into a wonderful spot here. Why is it not accepting my wood beams? What is wrong here, gang? Evidently the trigger's up in the air somewhere. Alright, well, I don't know. That's weird. I'm gonna have to work on the ground there a little bit more, I guess. It's alright, I can come later. Okay, so that's done. So now, the next step, whoop, easy, whoop, all over the place. Let's see if we can think about how we're gonna lay out at least our initial barn. We're gonna have more. And what I talked about before, right, or talked about prior, I should say, is that this area over here, down to the sawmill and back around this way. This is going to be our yard, right? Now, I want to get rid of some more trees over here, but I don't want to necessarily get rid of all of the trees. I like trees. I want some trees to be still left, even though we're going to be, well, not even going to, even though we've already begun our mass deforestation over here, I do want some trees over here. So I think if we start off with putting a shed kind of up against the line here, which... Granted, I know I just put the mower there and we already have things in the way, but if I put the shed here, I think that would be useful. Now, the shed. There is a shed that I was talking about that I want to utilize, if I can find it. It's this one right here. Whoop. Went too far. It's this guy right here. Bale and pallet storage. This is being used to store your bales and pallets. But it also has the option for us to, we can put equipment in there if we want to. I think this is the one I want to use. And I think putting it here would make a lot of sense. But I want to customize it. I want to put it on the right, I think. Because we kind of want to keep this side over here as it is, right? If that makes any sense, because this is going to be the entryway and the road going out. Basically what we've been doing, where the tracks are, we're going to be utilizing that. And then this would be a little bit more open here. And we could have some, like another shed in the middle or something. I think that makes more sense. Right? And we could leave some of these trees here, right? And then have an access road this way. It kind of makes like a triangle, I guess. Well, either way, we can put it there now. I don't think it's going to be in the way of anything right there. I mean, there's plenty of room for, you know, driving back and forth here. There's plenty. Okay. So, that means let's move some things out of the way here, right? So, let's get to work moving things. All right, I got it placed down here, gang. Let's start putting some stuff in there. Now, we're not going to be able to put everything in there, and obviously if we have any kind of bales in there whatsoever, it's probably going to... we might have to move things around depending on where the bales populate at, and to me, it almost seems like, just looking at it, the bales are going to populate over here. But I really don't know if that's the case or not. But anyways, what it looks like, so... Either way, we should still be able to place stuff in here. It shouldn't really cause any issues, but unless there's bales in there. And even if bales in there, I don't think it's going to cause any major issues. So we're going to utilize it as a normal shed. And then whenever we start getting a little bit closer to doing sheep or goats, which we might consider doing, at least placing some things down for them in this episode, then we have a place where we can store some bales for them. Obviously, a couple of them can just stay there, but you get what I mean. Now, I don't know when the next time we're going to actually utilize that drill. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. It's probably going to be pretty soon, but I'm still going to put this in front of it. We only have one shed for right now, so we're going to have to make do with what we got, right? We just want to put the stuff in there that is the most important, which these two items are probably up there as far as the most important to be protected. I would think the next one is the bale wrapper, so we're going to put the bale wrapper in there. Most of this stuff, honestly, can hang outside. Possibly the stump grinder probably should go in here. The mowers should absolutely go in here. I really put that roller in the worst spot. Rollers always cause me mayhem, man. They always do. All right. Pretty much the main things that really need to go in there are in there at this point. There's a little bit more room. Obviously, we're stacking things on purpose right now, but... Now, we're going to go ahead and grab the stump grinder, and we're going to probably grab the winch, too, and start winching and pulling out some of those trees up there in that area that we decided we were going to make a field here. We might not get the whole field plowed up today. I will tell you that right now. We'll see, right? We'll see what the time looks like as far as the episode goes, but may not get there. We've already accomplished more than I was expecting to accomplish today. Sold all the bales. We got the next stage going for our log cabin over there. And we got a shed. So we've already accomplished more than I originally set out to do, which is good. Initially, my goal was just to only focus on this area over here, but we really needed that money anyway, because we needed to fix up the tractor, right? Now, I talked about putting like a track or a road or whatever coming up to our log cabin and kind of ones branching off from here. The ones that are going to branch up from here, I've made the decision that it's not going to look like that road down there. That's like a main road, like a main pass-through road, I guess is what I'm going to call it. Just a road that's, well, it's not, but let's just imagine that it was, being taken care of by the government, whether it's the state or the federal, whatever it is, right? Just imagine that that's what's happening with that one. Whereas the rest of the things I'm going to be branching off from there are me as my own land, farmer, me, taking care of those, right? So a little bit of a different mindset on that, I think. And I think we're going to do what I had originally kind of thought about doing, which was a more track, manually placed down track format, where what I mean by that is I'm taking the paint and I'm painting a line and then another line next to it with some grass in the middle of it, right? What you would typically see for like a track. Hopefully what I just said makes sense. I feel like that I did not really explain that as good as I should have. You'll get what I mean, I hope. If not, you may see it, well, it might not be this episode, but you'll probably see it in the next episode, if not this episode for sure. Alright, so let's do a little bird's eye view with the best I can do for bird's eye view. Make sure I hit everything that I wanted to get rid of. So, I mean, kind of a track going this way. So up here, up to here, something like that. Cut back this way. I mean, I feel like I can get rid of these, too. But I don't think I need to yet. I think we can expand the field out at that point. Obviously, we're going to continue to expand fields and make new fields out of the fields we've made, as, everything comes together a little bit more, right? Once we actually know what we're dealing with here a little bit more. So let me go around here and see if I can get rid of some of these stumps here. A number of you have mentioned it's just easier to go ahead and do it this way, and I think you're right. It is easier to go this way, but when we're just getting rid of trees to, fill up the sawmill, and we're not really sure of how it's going to work, I don't really think it makes that big of a difference for me to wait and go back and find them. I'm going to miss ones no matter what. I'm probably going to miss some even doing it this way. Or I'm going to think that I get rid of the whole stump and I really haven't got rid of it, right? I've cut it so low that I think I got rid of it and it's still there. See what I'm talking about? Sometimes it's hard to see them. Even if you think you got them, you might have missed portions of it. So when we get this last stump here, or last stump that I think there is here, I'm just going to push this to the side because we know there's a likelihood I'm going to need it back out. There's a likelihood that I'm going to miss something. Okay, let's go get the winch, and we can start winching some of these trees over to our sawmill. Okay, we are back here with the winch. Let's start winching these guys up here. Alright, we'll realign this tree and we should be good. Perfect. Perfection, baby. Bring all these over here. Now, I might have to lift these up similar to what I've been doing. It seems like all of the triggers, and I don't know if it's because of some of the smoothing or the land work I've been doing are an issue. Maybe, hopefully, Giants will fix it when they get back from their holiday. I don't know for sure if it's something to do with my being my fault with doing the smoothing, or if it's just something that, you know, they need to make an update to, that the hitbox, whenever you smooth something, doesn't, you know, it only places the hitbox wherever you place down the actual production or building or whatever it is. But if you smooth it or lower the land, anything around that, the hitbox doesn't lower down with it like it should. If that makes sense. I don't know if I explained it properly there or not, but hopefully you get what I'm trying to get at, or get what I mean. I left the triggers on for right now, gang, so you're going to see those triggers here for a second. Yeah, I've got to pick them up. That's fine. See, as soon as I pick them up, it's no problem. They go in there, no problem. So I don't know. I don't know what to think. Anyway, I'm going to get the other ones over here. You've seen me do this 1,000 times, so I'll just do a jump cut here. I'll get the other ones over here, and then we'll pull out the plow, and we'll at least begin working on the field up here. Alright, last one here, gang. This is the last one, and then we are good to go. Perfect. Alright, what kind of wood we got in there? 41,000. Now that's fantastic. That's going to be good for quite a while in there. Next episode, we're probably going to figure out something with the wood chips, right? We'll have to go with that. Figure out how to get those out of there. Somebody told me about it in the comments, like I mentioned, but we're still going to have to work on that a little bit, I think. Figuring out what the hell I'm doing, rather. Alright, let's get this out. And we can get underway. Now, what I'm probably going to do here is, since this is on a hill, I think this is going to be fine. It could probably do it, no problem. But I'm going to go with the mindset of, let's go down the hill rather than up it. At least when we're doing the outline here, at a minimum. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space, like I said, right? We might expand this out a little bit, but I'm going to leave a little bit of space because I think I'm going to put a road or a path coming up this way and around up into there. I think it makes a lot of sense to have it there, so I'm going to do it. That's my vision, at least. This is not going to be a traditional field shape. It's going to be an awkward field shape, and that's fine. There's awkward field shapes out there a lot, especially here in Ohio. There are a lot of them. There's a lot of traditional field shapes, but there's a lot of awkward-looking ones too. So, at least in southern Ohio, southwestern Ohio, well, all of southern Ohio, really. Sorry, gang, hit the microphone there. All of southern Ohio, it's very hilly. Very hilly. Whereas, I'm going to actually get rid of this tree too. When you get a little bit more north in Ohio, it gets a lot flatter. I mean, really flat. Really, really flat. Until you get to the lakes, till you get to the Great Lakes. Once you get to the Great Lakes, then I guess I'll get rid of 2 trees. Once you get to the Great Lakes, it gets, yeah, it's not really hilly, but it's not super flat, right? Because you get the lakes and everything up there. It's pretty much flat, though, almost until you get to the lakes, though. It really is. The rendering here is pretty atrocious, man. I don't know what they can do, but they're gonna have to do something, man. It's unacceptable. Okay, we're gonna go back up to the top here. See, it's gonna be quite a big field after you look at it. It may not look like it was gonna be that big of a field once, you know, we started, but now that you kind of see the outline, it's a pretty large field here, gang. I'm getting pretty close to these trees on purpose. We're probably going to get rid of them, but I'm getting close to them on purpose. We'll see. Like I said, my vision now may not be my vision 15, 20 episodes from now, right? Once you have a little bit better idea of what you're working with, your ideas, your thoughts, they change, right? What you envision something to look like, probably not going to be the same. So tell you what, let's put a bit of a time lapse in here, gang. Let's get this going. I don't know if we'll get the whole field done or not in this episode. Like I said, we'll see how long it takes and where we're at, and we'll go from there. Well, we pretty much got the whole field plowed up here, gang. I was expecting it to take a little bit longer than it has, so we pretty much got it all done. Not too bad at all. Now, we're not going to drill it today. I do think, the more I think about it, unless something changes between now and the next episode, I do think we're going to actually put an actual crop in it. It's not going to be grass. At least not for now. Maybe later on we flip it to grass eventually, but I think we're going to put a crop in it. I don't know what crop yet, but I think we're going to put a crop in it. I talked about potentially doing animals or whatever, right? Possibly at the end of this episode. We're not going to. Whenever that field over there is ready to harvest, the one that we actually plowed with, or planted, excuse me, with grass, we're going to include or work on sheep, goats, whatever. We're going to put something in. Water buffalo eventually. Again, I haven't spent the time, unfortunately, looking and researching the water buffalo. I do think it's just a similar thing to cows, but I will figure that out eventually. But first off, we're going to do probably, more than likely, we're going to do sheep, because we're doing goats in another series. We're not doing sheep yet anywhere, so probably sheep. We might end up doing goats too, who knows. But that will be in a following episode. For now, we're going to leave this one here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like and subscribe button for me. It's free. It's the last free thing, really, in the world you can do today, and it helps me out more than you could possibly imagine. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thoughts, questions, comments, ideas, let me know down below. Again, apologize if I wasn't as chipper as I normally am. I've been dealing with a loss in the family, so... yeah, well, we'll put it there. More videos in the corners. Thanks so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.